Hey, what's up, everyone? Bleh. It's been a while since I've been on here, since I have made a video. So, how are you? Hope you all are well. As for me, I'm going to be completely real because I don't think I'm gonna. Sorry for the noise in the background. I don't think this is going to be a long video. It's been really hard for me in the last, I don't know. It's just been hard. And lately, the depression or sadness, which are two different things, but it's really kicked in, and I've been feeling really low about myself. This is as real as it gets. Even right now, being on camera is hard because I just don't feel right. What I mean is, I've been feeling, I'm just going to be completely honest, I've been feeling completely ugly and just, I don't know how exactly to explain what I feel, but I mean, I'm definitely hurting, and I'm trying to be, I don't even know, I'm just trying to be. There's a lot that has been going on. You guys know a lot of it because of my videos. And I just lately don't feel like anything I do is enough. I tear myself down a lot. I beat myself up, and sometimes other people's comments can, I don't know, really hit deeper than they probably meant them to. Because sometimes, you know, we say things out of anger or frustration, but when you're feeling like I'm feeling, and I'm feeling not great at all. Like right now I'm okay. That's how I'm able to be on here, but I'm telling you, you guys, I've just been feeling like, what am I doing? You know, not good enough, not doing enough. And I'm gonna say a few things, not to toot my own horn, because obviously I don't feel like that. But I've managed to, I don't know how to say this. It's hard for me to talk about myself in a way that, oh, I did this or I did that, because that's not me. People say you're a good mother, you take care of your kids, they have what they need, and you go above and beyond. And, you know, I recently, you know, we were sleeping on air mattresses, and I got beds, right? And I'm grateful for that. It's a blessing, a huge blessing. You know, getting them shoes and clothes, those are things a mother, a parent is supposed to do. So I'm not great for that. You know, they are my children and they depend. I mean, come on, like, I don't deserve any cookies because my kids are my kids, you know? Like, those are things I'm supposed to do, and I'm happy to do it. And the thing that makes me happy really is to make them happy. And that should be just second nature as a mother, I feel. So yeah, I might have, well, I have a disability, but that doesn't make me greater than anyone else, because I want better and to do better for my kids, you know. I don't deserve any light for that, or for helping my mom, or any, you know. I mean, that's my mom, and she's been there for my family forever, since she's been there for me since I was born. And I'm grateful. And you know, it people may say some people say good things and try to be uplifting, but if you are feeling the way you're feeling inside, it's very hard to see those things yourself. And there's just been a few things that have happened recently, and just overall in the last couple of years, that have been getting to me lately. And I wish I could fully say what I want to say, but it's hard. It's really hard to say how you're feeling. You fight with yourself inside. I fight with myself inside. And then when you hear nothing but negative comments or negativity sometimes, it starts to really weigh you down. And that's what happened with me, on top of other things. And the best advice I can give to someone who might be feeling the same way, like you're just struggling with everything and just seems like nothing's going right, you're trying your hardest and you get knocked down all the time, at least that's how you feel. And then there's another side of it where you have to start letting people know how you feel, not just about depression, about your feelings in general. Because if you don't say, they won't know. And then if you hold it in, life keeps moving forward, but here you are inside with all of these thoughts and feelings and wants or needs or anything that's inside, and it's just building up. And you know, because me, I want everyone to be happy. I know that I'm not responsible for everyone's happiness, but I like to try to make everyone around me happy, you know. And but I do put myself aside most of the time, my feelings, everything, because I mean, honestly, it does make me happy for them to be good, you know, not just my kids, but whoever's around me. But at the same time, it's not good. I have to be honest about my feelings and how it's really bad to hold things in, because over time it hurts more and more. And you have to be open, especially with those that are close to you, about what you're feeling, even if it hurts. Because in time you'll end up hurting them more, or hurting yourself more, or just living unhappy inside because you're trying so hard to not only make sure everyone is good and everything is good, but you're trying so hard just to, I don't know, just to kind of keep it all together in every way that you can imagine. And that gets heavy after a while. And I don't know, guys, I've just been feeling really low and ugly and just not myself lately. Very much hurt inside from so much that has gone on that I won't go over. But for those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you know that some of the things that I have been through have been pretty deep. But there has been more since then, and it's just been hard, and things that have taken place have made me feel lower than low. And honestly, I don't blame anyone but myself. We all make the choices that we make that get us where we are. Sometimes it's circumstance, and sometimes it is pure choice. But for you younger people, please think about your choices. Don't rush into anything, whether it's whether you're, in high school or college. Don't rush into a career because it sounds good, because the money might be good. Do what you want because you love doing it. And don't rush into a relationship, and take your time to know yourself, to grow, because when you grow as an individual, you can give so much more in a relationship. And it's hard to say, don't date or don't whatever. Date, yes, but just take your time. Like, I'm so everywhere though, because I'm like, take your time, but don't take too much time because you never know. But I'm talking to young people. Take your time. Focus on what you want to do, whether it's a career. Oh my God. See, right now I'm feeling so self-conscious. This is just ridiculous. But take your time with what you want to do. Really think it through. Think of how you want to do it and why you want to, as far as a career. And as far as a relationship, take your time. Love is beautiful. And just know that you cannot, I don't know, there's so much I want to say. It's a whole nother topic. But you can't rush anything beautiful that's worth whatever, that's worth something good, I should say. I can't get my words right because I'm just feeling so right now. But there's so much I want to get out to you guys, and I've just been hesitating to come on because of how I feel. And it just hasn't been good. Like, a lot of times I just want to hide. I don't want to be in public for long right now. I feel like my heart is crushed. I feel crushed. And I just have a lot to think about. And I always have a lot to think about, but I really have to get a lot of stuff in order right now because, because I'm not getting younger, and because I do want to be happily married and a strong person later on in life, and not too much later on in life. My God. But as of right now, I just feel sad and hurt, and I can't express everything I want to right now. I thought I could do better. But the bottom line, I'm gonna say, be honest about your feelings, even when it hurts. Be open. Trust that in time it's gonna be okay. Because if you hold it in or bury or ignore, it's still there. It is still there. You're just not dealing with it. And also know that life is beautiful. It is a gift. Treasure it and do what you want, because you have one life. I'm not saying if it's not hurting anyone, then do that. Don't try to fit into a mold or an image. And definitely don't always try to spare others' feelings because you're hurting yourself. And a lot of times with people like me, especially some people that are close to me, they can say really hurtful things because they know, and I've always said this, they know that I'm always going to be there. I'm not the type of person that's going to, just leave you hanging even when you hurt me, even when I should. I'm not like that. I know that we're all human. I know we're all going through things. But it's unacceptable sometimes for people to say certain things to you. And it's not okay to act like it's okay when it's not. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'll probably go over this video like I always do and be like, you sound so stupid right there. But you get what I mean. Just It's not fair. You know, don't let people talk down to you when you know you're trying to do right. When you are the one struggling with your own emotions and you're struggling with whatever it is you want to do and you're trying your hardest. You know, I'm giving you advice and I may not even follow the same advice. I let things get to me. And I don't want to let things get to me anymore. Not when they shouldn't. But anyway, there's so much more I want to say. So a positive is, this was unexpected. So a few weeks back, there was a recorded call that went out from my kid's school, asking if anyone was interested. Sorry, it's right there. If anyone is interested in a position with the PTSA. So they were looking for a couple of different positions. And one of them was secretary. So I got excited. I thought I would take a chance. Because this semester I'm not in school. If you watch another video, you know why. I am gonna go back to school, but as of right now, I'm not. So I was like, I'm interested. So I called to ask about it. The next day, Dr. Rosso, who I love, she's like the co-principal of my kid's school. She calls and says, so I hear you're interested in the secretary position with the PTSA. And I said, yes, I am. So she's like, is it okay if I give your information to, you know, who she needed to give the information to? And I said, absolutely, definitely. I was happy. I couldn't believe she called me back. I felt so happy to be even acknowledged, you know, like just so. I guess it was the next day or maybe a couple days later, the lady called me that Dr. Rosso gave the number to, and we talked for a while about different things. I told her why I'm going to school and, you know, why I'd want to be a part of the PTSA, how much I love and adore kids, and if I can just help in any way, and honestly doing anything in Jenny, aka Mrs. Park's honor, means the world to me, and I just wish I could help in any way. So I talked to her for a while, and then they let me know the dates and when I should come. So I went to the elections, they call it, on Friday. I'm new to this, so if I sound dumb, I'm sorry. I'm so new to this. Like, I volunteered at the school, but I'm new to all of this. So I went, and the night before, the lady that had actually emailed me, back up a little. So someone messaged me on Messenger. Hold on, I feel like I have a hair right there. I guess I do. On Messenger, and said it will be nice or would be nice to have you on board. And I'm like, who is? I didn't say anything right away because I thought it was something political. And so I was like, because, you know, sometimes I'll talk about politics online or whatever, but I mean, not heavily, but I do. So I was like, who is this? So then I finally wrote her back. I was like, I'm sorry, who is this? And she's like, I'm so-and-so from the PTSA. And I heard that you want to be, or that you're interested in being secretary. So I was like, oh, yay. I was all happy. So then the night before, fast forwarding now to the night before the meeting that she suggested I come to, she said someone else is interested in the position also. I was like, oh, okay. So then, of course, what does my negative mind do? Because I'm feeling so low right now, I'm like, I don't have it, because if there's another option or possibility, then that's probably who they're gonna go with. Terrible way to think, you guys. I'm just being real. So I'm gonna go anyway. That was my attitude. I want to try at least. And so I went, and we're all talking. They're all so friendly. Like, they're just real and joking with each other. And I feel awkward because the only person in the room I know at this point is Dr. Russell, and the rest of the people I'm new to. But they all seem very, very welcoming. very nice men and women. And so they're like, okay, there are two, they were calling out the different positions and motioning them, which means, to okay it. And then they're like, okay, the secretary position, there's 2 people that are interested, so we have to take a vote right now. Like, how awkward is that? I felt kind of awkward about that. I felt kind of, awkward. So the lady asked for us to say something about ourselves and why we want that position, and just to basically say a little about ourselves and why we want the position. So again, I just said how, I love kids, and this is a way I feel like maybe I could help somehow. It would be an honor, and also I wanted to do whatever I can in Mrs. Park's honor. And so the other lady actually works at the student store there, and so they voted, and when they said they picked me, I couldn't believe it. I felt kind of shocked, just because none of these people know me. The only one that knows me is Dr. Russell. So I pray to God that I do a good job. I went to my first training a couple of days ago, and it was let me get some water. Sorry. It was a 3-hour training session, and I still have a lot to learn. So they're gonna go over more stuff with me, with all of us. We all had a break up in different classrooms. We went to the school, the ones that are, all from different districts, different schools. Secretaries were going to one room, and presidents another, treasurers another. It's like separate, and that way you get the individual training of that position. So I do have some stuff to learn, some terms and some things to learn, but I'll get it, I hope, and I just hope that I do a good job. I'm gonna try my hardest, and I'm just fighting through this depression and crappiness I've been feeling, this heaviness. It hurts, it really does, and I just want everything to be okay. And it's extremely hard. I want to be this happy, bubbly woman. It's so much more attractive, but it's just not something that I can be right now. Maybe, in front of my kids, of course. They're my world, they're the light, they're what keep me going. I feel so, oh my God, I feel so, ugh. But I needed to come on here and be real with you guys and let you know where I'm at in my life. I'm really hurting for a lot of reasons I can't really talk about right now, but I will, because there are so many of you there's so many of you that send me messages and show so much support, and I appreciate it with all my heart. When I say I do, it means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me, because there's people that supposedly love you who show less than you guys, and I know that's the case a lot of the time, and sometimes I feel like people might just be tired of me, and that might not be the case, but it's just how I'm feeling, but I give my all, I give my heart and soul to everything I do. I try really hard. And a lot of times lately, I no matter what, I just feel ugly inside and out right now. And it's not a good feeling. So I will come back with another video. I will come back with some happier videos. There's a couple of things I want to do, and it's just right now I'm just feeling, well, you get the point. I'm feeling like poop. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being supportive and not judgmental, because I'm surprised that I don't know. Just thanks for being kind. And my saying right now is spread kindness like confetti, because the world needs it. Show love where you can. There's enough hate going on. There's just so much. But anything else I wanted to share? Today was kind of funny because it was our dog's birthday. So my daughter last week had me get them. She picked it out, actually. It's kind of funny how she did it. We were all in the store, then we got in the car, and she was like, oh wait, I didn't get Akira, her older brother, a snack. So I'm like, okay, so you gotta go back in. She's like, okay. And I was trying to get out like a couple of dollars, and I pulled out a 10, and she's like, just give me the 10, I'll make it work. I'm like, you don't need that. And she's like, yeah, just give me the 10. And so she takes it, and she comes back with a full bag. I'm like, what did you get? I thought you were just getting your brother a snack. She's like, oh, I got the dogs. I got them something for breakfast, and then I got them something for dinner for their birthday. I'm like, you're kidding me. But I think she's so sweet. She just has a huge heart. Like, my kids are awesome, and I don't care if you guys are like, yeah, just because they're your kids. They're awesome. Period. All three of them, Akira, Ayani, and Aiden, are the best people ever. But anyway, guys, I'm super emotional. Obviously messed up and got a dark side, and I'm just trying to keep it together, and I just have to work on some things, and definitely I hate when people say I need to make changes in my life, but I really do. I really do. And just be good to people, be good to each other, because this world is just too much, you guys. Too many killings, too much heartache. You know, there's enough hate. You know, it's just not entertaining anymore, okay? Like, seriously, it's not. You know, I say that because everything is so shared on Instagram and World Star and all these places, and it's just unbearable to witness people hitting each other, doing worse than that to each other, and all these stupid challenges that go on with the internet. And it's just come on, guys. Let's have more sense than that. That's a whole other topic. Going on tangents now, but I could do that because that's my channel. So this is my channel. But anyways, you guys have a good one. Pray for me. I'm praying for you. Send good vibes, and I don't know. Like I said, be open and honest about how you feel. Please do reach out, and if you think someone's going through depression, reach out, because it's a tough battle, and there are some people that want attention. But for those that are really going through it, it's nothing to ignore. And sometimes we don't know the reason, we can't explain it, but there are reasons why. It stems from somewhere. Maybe for some it doesn't, and it's unfortunate, but for me, I know that it stems from a few places. Anyway, again, alright, closing this video out now because I'm taking forever. Thank you for listening, and thanks for being there. Here on my video, feel free to comment. Don't hesitate. I'm open to it. So, alright, talk to you soon. Bye.